Time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars.
Yes, sir. Got a few things here that we thought was pretty interesting. And the first thing up is in 1923. Now, this is interesting because this is when Dodge Brothers the company was incorporated. Now, the founders, John and Horace Dodge, both died because of the flu epidemic that was going on. And that was
damn near died when we got the flu this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, particularly back then. So it actually got incorporated in 1923. And I thought this was really interesting whenever because I got to go to the Dodge house one time up there in Detroit, and it had all of the stuff that was the house was there. We got to tour part of it. They brought a bunch of the cars out of the museum and put them out there in the parking lot. And we got a little bit of history about the Dodge Brothers, and it was so much involved in all that earliness that was going on whenever the automotive industry was starting up.
Earliness.
Yeah. In the early 1900s. That's the word I was looking for. Then in 1928, Volvo introduces the V4 to the wider markets. Now, this was important because this is their first big vehicle that really developed their reputation for safety and solid engineering. They made 10 of them to kind of push them around the world, let everybody see them. And there's one left. And the one we've got pictured here is the one that's left in the museum. And they've got a replica of the body framework that they made out of wood at the time. And that's what they would actually cover it up. Then in 1934, the Citroen Traction Avant was rolled out in France.
Citroen, yeah.
And it was actually, this is the first mass-produced front-wheel drive car. It had the unitized body construction and independent front suspension. Now, all these advanced
What year was that?
1934.
That's actually really ahead of its time.
It was very much. And with the low stance of it, it really had some nice handling and stuff that went on with it. Now, in 1954, first production of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. Now, this is the famous gull wing doors that have been mimicked forever and ever. And even now, hot rodders will take and put these Lambo-type doors that kind of fold up, not like the gull wings, but it's a very popular, and there's very collectible cars.
And very expensive.
Yes. In 1962, now this I brought this one up, John Deere enters the consumer
That's Don's
market.
car.
Now, they've all been building tractors and stuff and a lot of stuff, but they got in the consumer lawn and garden segment. Now, I thought this would be a little interesting because even though it's the tractors, this particular vehicle that we've got pictured here, this is actually a horse-drawn manure fertilized spreader.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be kind of appropriate.
Well, that would be appropriate for this show.
Exactly.
Sponsored by InWheelTime.
In 1985,
Manure spreader.
the Acura Legend was introduced, and this was part of the new luxury models brand from Acura that was spun off. And so it came with a lot of the European premium seats, and the styling's not what it is now by any means, but the first one that came out.
That was, at the time, that was the latest, greatest.
It was.
That's a cat's meow.
151 horsepower, 2.5 liter V6 was the sedan. That was the original one. Then about a year later, they came out with a coupe that had 161 horsepower. Ooh. Then in 2008, the big one hit, the Dodge Challenger SRT 8.
Yes, absolutely.
So, this was the retro-inspired Challenger that was coming out from the SRT group of the SRT 8. And what I did not know, that the first cars all came with 6.1 liter Hemis. Now, the first ones, the first 6400 were all built in Canada. They were all pre-sold before they ever got the first one out the door. And they came with a 370 cubic inch 5-speed automatic. Now, they also built 100 down in Mexico that had the 6.1 liter with a 425 horsepower motor. Those two were all sold, and they all sold for the same price of $40,095 list.
Wow.
And that is some of the things we found in This Week in Automotive History.
Okay. I've got...